Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. The sun is the reason we are alive. It gives us warmth, light and energy, but it also has a dangerous side. Sometimes it explodes, sending out huge waves of energy into space. What happens if one of those waves hit Earth? This isn't just a what if, it already happened, and it almost happened again not long ago. In today's video, we will tell the story of the most powerful solar storm in history, what it did to Earth, and what could have happened if we face another one soon. Could we survive it? And are we ready? Part 1. What is a solar storm? The sun is always active. It's a giant ball of gas full of magnetic fields and constant movement. Sometimes, parts of the sun's surface suddenly release huge amount of energy. These are called solar flares and coronal mass ejections. A solar flare is a burst of light and radiation. A CME is even bigger. It's a huge cloud of charged gas that blasts into space millions of miles per hour. Most of the time, these don't hit Earth, but when they do, they interact with our planet's magnetic field. This can cause geomagnetic storms. These storms can 1. Create bright auras of northern lights, 2. Interrupt radio signals, 3. Damage satellites, 4. Shut down power systems on the ground. The stronger the storm, the more damage it can do. Part 2. The Carrington Events. In September 1859, the sun released one of the biggest solar storms in history. A British astronomer named Richard Carrington was watching the sun through a telescope. He saw a bright flash, a solar flare. Hours later, Earth was hit. Back then, the most advanced technology was the telegraph, but something strange happened. Telegraph lines sparked and caught fire. Some machines worked even after they were unplugged. Operators felt shocks running through their equipment, and then something even stranger happened. Bright red and green auras filled the skies all over the world. People saw them in Cuba, Jamaica, and Hawaii. Some people thought the world was ending. This became known as the Carrington event. At the time, it caused some confusion and surprise, but the world didn't rely on electricity, satellites, or internet. If a storm like that hit today, it would be a different story. Part 3. What would happen if it hit us today? Today, we live in a world full of technology. We depend on satellites to help us navigate, talk to each other, and even predict the weather. We use GPS to drive, fly, and run delivery systems. Our banks, hospitals, water systems, and traffic lights all depend on power grids and the internet. Now, imagine a huge solar storm hitting the earth today. 1. Satellites could stop working or even fall out of orbit. 2. GPS would shut down, making it hard for planes and ships to move safely. 3. Communication will be disrupted. 4. Power stations might overload and shut down for days or even months. Some experts believe that a storm like Carrington even could cost over $2.5 million in damage, and recovery could take years. That's not science fiction, it's a real risk. Part 4. The solar storm that almost hit us. You might be wondering, has anything like this happened again? This answer is yes, almost. In July 2012, the sun released another massive CME. It was just as powerful as the Carrington event, but it missed Earth by just 9 days. If Earth had been in its path, we would have faced blackouts, satellite failures, and internet outages all over the globe. NASA later said we avoided a major disaster by pure luck. The truth is, we came very close and most people didn't even know. Part 5. Can we prepare for the next one? We can stop solar storms, but we can get ready. NASA and other space agencies watch the sun 24/7 using satellites like the Solar Dynamic Observatory (SOHO), Solar and Heliospheric Observatory, which alerts us to space weather. These satellites can warn us when a storm is coming. Sometimes we have hours or a day or two to react. Some countries are working on ways to protect power grids. Scientists want to build satellites that can better resist space storms, but overall, the world is not well prepared. Experts say we need stronger systems, better warnings, and international cooperation. Part 6. When will it happen again? The sun follows a regular pattern called the solar cycle. Every 11 years, the sun becomes more active. This is called a solar maximum. The next solar maximum is expected around 2025. That means more solar storms and a higher chance of a big one hitting us. NASA says there is about 12% chance that a Carrington level storm could happen in the next 10 years. That is a 1 in 8 chance. Not super high, but high enough to be worried. And because solar storms hit the whole planet, there is nowhere to hide. The sun is beautiful, powerful, and unpredictable. It lights our world, but it can also shake it. One day, another giant solar storm will come. We can't stop it, but we can get ready. The more we understand the sun, the safer we will be when the next storm strikes. The sun won't wait for us to be ready. Subscribe for more stories about space, science, and hidden forces snapping our future. Would you like this turned